What's up and welcome back to Cleats to Whistle podcast. I am Brad Valdez.
I am Kevin Watson.
I'm Dakota Waldridge.
The Chopper's back, baby. I love it, man. Hey, we don't have a full crew today, but hopefully we have one next week. Also, next week, before the housekeeping starts, we are not having an episode next week because it's spring break. We don't want to bother the coaches. But you know what? We are here at Butler Traditional High School. And you know what? Do the honors, Coach, of introducing who we got on.
So he's not a stranger. Stepped away for a couple years. 2 years?
Yes, sir. 2 years.
2 years. Came back last year about the halfway through. Kind of helped run the defense a little bit.
Yes, sir.
And,
Yes, sir.
Coach G is what everybody calls him. Gary Wheeler. We call him Coach G. Great man. Kids love him. Kids always have loved him. Knows his stuff. They'll be where they need to be this year.
Let's go. So welcome to the pod. Hey, hashtag new friend of the podcast as well.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
That's
Yes,
right.
sir. Thank you guys having us out here. It's good seeing you guys over here at Butler High School. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, there we go. We tried to get out
We
here.
tried to get last year and just couldn't ever get things going.
Couldn't get it worked out. You know what I mean? But I'm going to put the call to action out right now. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hey, road to 1,300 subscribers is here. And, man, like I tell you guys, man, we're bringing the coach's office to you, and so you can hear the stories of these great leaders, of these young men, man. Yeah. And that's what it's about, man, is just spotlighting these guys, these programs that put dedication and sacrifice, and this is why we are here today, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Coaching high school football is a thankless job.
It is.
Coach Ty Scoggins and I always talked about we figured out our salaries.
Yes.
You know, I made like 15 cents an hour when you Ty, it was funny because Ty said, "Well, I made 30." I said, "30?" He goes, "I got 5 of these, baby."
If Ty made 30,
I said, "Well, okay, you're underpaid too, but you know."
Yes. Okay, housekeeping. We have a major announcement coming up. It's going to be released right after spring break. So be on the lookout of that. Make sure you follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Just go look for us everywhere.
Anywhere that there's podcasts, pretty much, you can. I mean, it's on what? YouTube.
Yeah, it's on YouTube, but we're also the housekeeping too is I'm having trouble signing in to get the podcast uploaded to all the streaming platforms. So just work with me just a little bit, but then once I do get that working, it's going to be a barrage of everything that we've done already this year. So it's going to be
definitely Twitter and YouTube.
Yes.
But then everything else will follow.
Yes. So make sure you guys go follow us on all the social medias and all that. But yeah, now we can get into this podcast, Coach.
Get juicy a little bit.
Yeah, man. Get us fired up. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
So listen, we make the boys say, show some gratitude to like their support systems, you know what I mean, or loved ones. Go ahead and shout out some of your mentors and whoever supports you.
Like for me, my first mentor was Houston Nutt. I played for Houston Nutt at Murray State. He was a big mentor for me. Mike Campbell, that went here, coached me in basketball. He also gave me my first coaching job, been assistant doing basketball, and also Steve Jewell played running back here. He hired me my first football job. So like those guys right there, including my dad, like those guys right there, kind of gave me a platform and gave me the thing to do to be a good high school football.
Hey, those are some names.
That's some names, man.
Oh yeah, those guys.
If you're from the South End, you know Campbell and you know Jewell for sure.
Yes.
Now Houston Nutt, you may not know.
Yeah,
but
might not.
If you're a football guy, you know who Houston Nutt is. But if you're a South Ender, you know who Campbell and Jewell are. I guarantee it.
And those guys still reach out to me to this day. Make sure I'm fine. Ask if I need anything. Things like that. So I really appreciate those two guys.
Let's go, man. That's what it's about. That building that brotherhood, man.
Yes.
I love it, man.
Yes.
And so did you grow up here in Louisville?
Yes, sir. Yes, I grew up over on McCloskey off Algonquin. I actually went to Butler High School. I played for Steve Jewell. We got beat in the state semifinals, against Shelby County. But I'm a true Butler guy. I play football and basketball.
Hey, he's the bear. He's the OG.
Hey,
that's it.
He can tell some stories, just the assistant principals that have gone through this building since he's been here.
There's been
Baco,
some.
Fred.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
There's been some really
Coach
good
Freshley,
football guys.
oh,
Yes,
my.
Mr. Freshley. Yes, sir.
There you go. Hey, we got some fresh gear right here, man.
G
got a little
never
bit.
shies away from the gear. I can tell you that.
We try to style up a little bit.
Butler's going to have the gear this year.
Let's
Yes.
go, baby.
Yes.
Okay, and we want to give you this minute right now. And do you have any fundraisers coming up or do you have anything that our community needs to know and maybe help you guys out?
Actually, yes, we're actually working some bingo out in J-Town. We're gonna start doing that next month. We also gonna work the score tables at the AAU tournaments at the fairgrounds. So we'll be doing that as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't mess with those volleyball where you put the courts up and all that. Keep score. That's a nightmare.
Oh yeah.
Whoa, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, because they tried to get us to do that at Western.
That's almost as bad as Derby.
That Derby's rough.
Are you guys aren't working Derby then?
Nah, we pass on Derby.
Attaboy.
Yeah, we gonna pass on that one.
I love it, man. But yeah, we are here talking to Coach G here at Butler Traditional High School, and this is what we're trying to spotlight your program. You're back a little bit. How is that feeling? I know you aren't away, but now you're officially back.
He was away for a couple years.
The head ball coach. You know what I mean? How are you feeling?
I mean, it's good because I was in South Carolina for a year. My wife was a college basketball coach. Then I moved to Buffalo for a year. So I actually coached football in Buffalo. My team won a state championship there in Buffalo, where I was assistant coach at down there in Lewis J. Bennett High School. And just coming back here, it's good. I was really grateful that Mr. Allen offered me a job to get back teaching in the building. So I really love being here. That's one of my worries when I first came back. Well, I better get back into Butler. He made a way for me and got me back in. So
there you go. You know what I mean? So you've seen different types of ball.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Down in South Carolina.
Yes, sir.
You went to New York. You're in the Buffalo area.
Yes, sir.
There's some ball players up there. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But what's something that you would take from like each area to bring back here? You know what I mean? Because these guys they haven't left the city at all. You know what I mean?
I guess different. Being in Buffalo, I was really entrenched in the grind. I actually coached defense there and helped call plays with assistant head coach. Just the weight program. It was so cold outside, you really couldn't get outside a lot to do a lot of skill stuff. But like Steve McDuffie, the head coach at Bennett High School, his son is Isaiah McDuffie to play for the Green Bay Packers. We really did a lot of weight workouts. Like I've never seen a weight room like the things we did in that weight room. And those kids worked. We had no buses, so the kids come to train to practice. Kids walked. We had like eight feet of snow one year, and they walked to practice. It was unbelievable.
Wow. So like the dedication that you see these young men, you know what I mean?
Oh, yes.
Did they change you a little bit?
It did. I was like, man, just seeing those kids actually get there every day. We was in the inner city, so a lot of those kids didn't have rides. They was on the TARC bus. They was on the train, and they got there. There was no excuses. And those kids was there every single day. I'm like, wow, this is unbelievable.
Wow.
Buffalo's serious about football.
Yes.
Yeah,
man. Look at when they hit all that snow and all those fools got out there and shoveled the stadium.
They're wild.
They're crazy.
Yes, I was there. I was down there.
They're crazy.
We came outside the house, me and my wife, and we couldn't leave. We were stuck for like 4 days inside the house on Christmas. And couldn't get out the house.
Because the snow was halfway up the door and you couldn't open the door.
I came outside and try to snuggle the sidewalk. I dipped right in the snow. I had to get out of there. I had to swim out of there. I was like, man. So my wife's kind of tall. My wife's 6'1". So I'm kind of short. So I had to get up out of there quick.
Coach, you know what I mean? Defensive guy, man. You know what I mean? This is it, man. You got any questions for him?
Well, we've coached against each other for a long time. Especially when I was at PRP, it was every year. But his style's always been aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
Don't blitz too much, but just enough to let them know you're there. And did you bring anything from Buffalo or South Carolina that you're going to incorporate defensive-wise, like schemes or blitzes, something like a twist you may have seen up front or something?
Yes, like for me, when I was here, I was always being a man guy. Get up on you, press you, be a man guy, and like you said, not blitz too much. But when I was coaching out of town, those guys ran like matchup zone type, like cover 7 type deals. Where one guy was man, the other 3 would kind of box you up. They did a lot of things like that. In Buffalo and South Carolina than what we see here in Louisville. So it's kind of I'm gonna bring a different coverage out. Don't think nobody.
A little zone blitz or.
Hey, don't give it to him.
Like trying to take out my seat.
Hey, don't give it to him, coach.
We're gonna do a little bit though.
Here's the thing: if you're going to zone blitz, tell everybody because they can't figure it out.
No, they
Nobody can figure out zone blitz.
No, they can't.
That's why Dick LeBeau and them dudes were so good
That's
for so
it.
long because you never know who's coming.
That's it. I'm known for a man. I'm known for being a man.
You always got up in your face and pressed, especially the corners.
Yeah, I used to do that because I always felt like I was a better DB coach than the other staff's receiver coach. So I used to go out and say, you know what, I feel like I can coach my guys better. You can coach your guys. So I try to have my guys challenge their guys and just go.
I love that.
If they can't get off the line, they can't throw it to them.
That's it.
That's it. Wow. Oh, okay. The number you wore, did that have a meaning?
A number I wore it.
Yeah.
That I played.
Yeah.
Yes.
You remember that far back?
Yes. Well, I wore number 2 in high school. I actually wore it after I think it's a guy from Colorado. I think called him Figures. Deion Figures.
Deion Figures.
Yes. That's why that's why I wore number 2. Yeah. When Deion Sanders more like Deion Figures. So I played corner in high school. I played
for the Steelers, didn't he?
Yes, he did. And I played nickelback when I was in college. So I just always liked number 2.
Okay.
I like it.
Chopper.
So I was going to say, I guess it's clear to say that when you played DB cornerback, you love playing pressure and being right in the man's face when you were in high school and everything.
Yes. I was more of a physical corner, and his was crazy. I wasn't even the best DB on my high school team. I played with Deion Mims, went up going to U of L, and I played with Jabir Walker, who's an NFL referee right now. I was more like the third corner, but we had a really good secondary as well. So I tell people all the time, I wasn't even the best corner on my high school football team.
Well, and the thing, too, his size, he can really get up under when he jams those receivers, especially the tall ones. You can really get up under their pads. And everybody wants this 6'3" corner.
Yes, they do now.
I'd rather have a 5'9".
They do now, yeah.
I'd rather, in high school especially, have a 5'8", 5'9" guy that can get up under your pads and just take you wherever he wants.
I remember when Charlie Strong was here at U of L, I had 2 players, Tavon Martin and Joe Brown.
Yep.
And he came by, was looking at those guys. He's like, gee, look, if those guys ain't 6'1", I'm not even gonna come in and talk to them.
Hey, Joe Brown's a dog.
Yes.
Joe
Brown
gave us fits.
Yes. Joe Brown and Keontae Northern.
Keontae was a dog too.
Yes, those guys actually made me who I am today.
Hey, hit that button right there, Coach. Press that button.
Dog.
Yes, let's go. That's our dog button, man.
Hey, Joe's a dog.
Hey, you got them 2 kids that are out there too, man. They really
they did a great job.
Well-spoken young men
great
too.
job.
Yes, sir.
Yes, man. Sorry to throw you off, but
it's all good.
But yeah, man.
So who's your favorite NFL team?
Yeah.
I was a Chicago Bear fan until I moved to Buffalo and got really great friends with Steve McDuffie and meeting his son Isaiah McDuffie and seeing how they treated my son down there. So I actually a Green Bay Packers fan now and cheering for those guys.
Hey, let's go, Chopper.
Got a buddy, Chopper.
Hey, how did you go to in-conference rival, man? Come on.
And let me tell you how, because the Bears stink.
Yeah. Hey, that too as well, man. I'm a Bears fan too, so I've been hurting, man. I've been struggling. I haven't watched Sunday football in like maybe 3 years.
Oh wow.
Just because I'm
that bull. Every time my Steelers lose, he's the first one. Oh, did you watch that game? Yes, I watched the game.
Yeah.
You're watching.
So hey,
jerk.
you got a Packer fan now.
Yeah. No, I was going to say it's interesting because I'm sure for you've got a lot of experience. You were talking about McDuffie and everybody else. Who do you think when it comes to coaching and just in all the environments has had the biggest impact on you to really learn something that you're like, wow, I never thought about it that way before?
You know what? Actually, it was Bobby Redmond. I remember when he was doing the TV type stuff. He stopped me one day after the game. He's like, you know what, Coach? He's like, I really enjoy how your Butler teams really come in and actually challenge Mel, like how we used to challenge their receivers. And I told him, I said, I got that from you. I said, we used to play you guys and we're in the offensive staff meeting, and we're changing our whole game plan on how to get past your man-to-man coverage. So really,
you remember when they would kick?
Yes.
They would kick.
Yes.
They would kick in.
Yes.
Bobby, I always call them rovers. You're outside linebackers.
Yes,
I don't know
rovers.
what
Yep.
you call
Yeah, I'll call them rovers. Yes.
They had dudes. I mean, they would.
And he called me as well. He called when I moved to South Carolina, when I was moving, he actually reached out, and it shocked me. I'm like, wow, he actually reached out, told me and my family good luck and things like that. So he's a really good guy.
There we go.
Bobby's top shelf.
Hey, hashtag brotherhood. That's what it's about, though, man.
Yeah.
And this is why we want to come out and spotlight your program.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
You know, around the city, everybody's like, "Oh, you know, G's back." You know what I mean? Is
There's
that
definitely a little buzz out
yeah?
there.
You know what I mean? And this is what it is. We want to spotlight you and your program because you're a great leader, a young man,
you.
and that's what it's about,
Yes,
man.
that's what it's about. In the day, that's what it's about.
Yes, man. All right, let's go, man. I'm fired up, dude. This has been a really good day here at Butler, and then we got one more to go too.
So obviously your goal is to get better every day. But what's a realistic goal for you coming back? I know you got a lot of dudes that come back from last year.
Yes, we're gonna be
And
good.
they want to get that taste out of their mouth.
Yes.
Because last year, let's be honest, wasn't very successful.
No, sir, it wasn't.
For one reason or the other.
Right.
We won't get into that one way or the other. But got a lot of dudes coming back that were major contributors last year to your record was deceiving last year, 2-9, but like the young men said, 13-10 against Moore that last game.
We was
were
there.
right there.
We was there in a
You were
couple
right
games
there.
last
Now
season.
you got beat pretty good a couple games, but the couple
Yes.
games y'all were right. You could have very easily been maybe 4-7. Does that sound about fair
we
enough?
could have been 4-7,
Which sounds a lot better than 2-9.
Could have got 5 wins.
Could have got 5.
I mean, just the ball.
Yeah.
The ball just didn't bounce our way a couple games.
And that
this past
happens
season.
sometimes.
Yes, sir, it does.
So realistically, I don't want you to put a number on it because that's unfair to your kids. Obvious improvement.
Yes.
Kids said they want to compete for a district championship.
Yes. That's
Why
our
not?
goal.
Why not?
Yeah,
Why
that's-
not?
That's our goal. Like me in the past, we've been 2-9 before and came out and been like 8-2 the year after. You know, like our goal is to win the district. Get to the regions. Like Houston Nutt used to say, be ready when the ball bounces your way. You never know when a fumble happens here or a tip pass here. Like we want to get out the city. That's our goal. We want to be the team in 5A to get out the city.
It's not all it's cracked up to be out there. I can tell you that.
So
But that's a
great.
great goal to get out of the city. I've never heard it put that way.
Yeah.
But round 3,
we're trying to
you're
get out
going to
the city.
be at Bowling Green or Owensboro,
Yes.
and that's for a regional championship.
Yes, I remember we went to Rye one year when they was like number 1 in the state, and their running back ended up Mr. Football ended up like turning his ACL, being down 14-0, and actually winning the football game. So we just want to get out there and play and just see what happens.
Hey,
I love it, man.
you
I
don't
love
have
it.
to get ready if you're ready.
Right, yeah.
There you go. Now I asked this question, and it's because you know what I mean. You got to decompress a little bit. You know what I mean. You got to get away from the game a little bit. Do you have any hobbies or anything?
Yes, I actually picked up golf like maybe a year or two ago. Me and one of my old assistant coaches, Bryson Johnson, he's Atherton's AD. I mean, he's Atherton's OC right now.
Sorry, you hang around with that guy.
Yeah, my guy, Coach B. He's my golf buddy. We're actually gonna go. We're going golfing. Actually, this Friday, we're trying to set something up. So that's what I do.
I would
became a
pay
golfer
money
now.
to follow you guys just to hear the conversation.
Oh yeah, you got a
Hey,
couple
be
seats.
something else.
Yeah.
Hey,
he's a
shout
good
out
dude.
Coach B,
Shout out
man.
B. He's
Hey,
something else.
Hey, primo status of the podcast,
Yeah,
man.
man.
He's our guy, man.
B's getting good to us.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So that's good. So what are you working on your golf game?
Trying to get my arms together. I mean, my drive is halfway decent, but if I can consistently hit the arms without missing, I think I'll be all right.
That's him.
So that's my.
Why you got foot?
That's my
That's
thing.
him.
That's my thing. That's
So
my
what
thing.
we working with here? You shooting the 90s, 80s?
Ooh, that's Coach B shooting the 90s. I'm more at the 110s, 115, somewhere in that range.
That's a good start.
Well, especially in 2 years
Here's
in.
the thing about
Let's
golf.
go.
As long as you're having fun, it doesn't matter.
Yes.
Because you just swing as hard as you can,
Yes.
hit it, and
That's
walk
it.
10 feet and hit it again.
Like
That's what he does.
like we go out there and we just play. Like we don't
That's
we
right.
don't talk football. We
Have
just
a
talk
couple
life.
beverages and talk
have
life.
a
Yeah,
couple
that's what
cold
we do.
beverages and we just golf and have a good time.
We have a ball when we go.
Hey, I retired at like hole 12.
Hey, he quit in the middle of the round one time.
I retired, man.
Oh,
But
man.
I was back at it the following week.
Yeah.
But that moment, man, I had to just get away, man.
Yeah, you were already in the 110s, like the 12th hole.
It was bad. It was
Here
bad.
I am shooting I'll be like getting ready to shoot a 80 something,
Yeah.
and he quits. I'm like, dude, come on, man, I gotta have some motivation here.
It was bad. It was too bad that time.
Yeah, it was pretty
okay. Like you played a lot of ball, high school, little league, all this. You know what I mean? But what's been like a coaching? You've been coaching, you've been in the game. But what's one of your favorite memories, being a player or coach?
Yes. I mean, I have one of my favorite memories was when I was in college. We won an OVC championship. We played at EKU in the snow against Roy Kidd, and that was one of our first OVC championships. And it was snowing outside, and we won on the last second field goal. You know, so we all just stormed the field and things like that. And here's what's different about that is my last college game at the Tennessee Titans State, and we lost in the OVC championship by a last second field goal. So I won my first time by a last second field goal, and I lost my last game I played by a last second field goal.
Whoa, heartbreaker.
Football's
Hey.
a game of inches.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Chopper, you got anything?
No, I was gonna say, what is the attitude you try to take and instill into these guys that you're coaching the most? Like, if there's one thing your athletes and your kids leave here from Butler, they've got this quality about them that they wouldn't get hardly anywhere else.
Yes, we're gonna do everything hard. We're gonna show up. You know, when you wake up in the morning, all right, what you gonna do for your family? All right, you got to show up. Like for me, I cook breakfast every morning at 4 a.m. for my wife and my son. So I'm trying to teach that type like to my kids, to my football players. All right, like you play hard when you show up. You go to class. You show up. You play hard in the classroom. Do what you got to do. And then, can you show up to work every single day when you got to pay a house payment? You may have a car payment. And then I tell the kids this: can you take care of business? You never know when your son gonna want something. You don't want your son to be 5, 6 years old and got a field trip the next day, and you ain't got enough money to give him for a field trip. You know, forget giving him 15, give him 35. He might bring you some change back. You never know when he got to go to a book fair. You know, here, take this $50 bill. You know, and get what you want. So you want to get yourself in positions like that.
Damn, I wish you were my daddy.
I love it, man.
I do too. That's great. That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Great question too, Chopper. Yeah, man. So going off that is like what was like your motto for this season? Like you're telling your guys, you know, just work hard.
I mean, like, let's go to work. You know, like if you can consistently do what you need to do every day, good things is gonna happen. I mean, can you come in this weight room? Like we've been working out since Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Like, so can you consistently come every day and do what you need to do?
Hashtag get out of the state.
And that's it.
Get out of the city.
Get out of
Sorry,
the hashtag. Get out of the city.
Yes.
Let's go. We like using hashtags, Coach. So
Yeah.
if you don't know,
we'll put
man.
that on there. Get out of the city.
I just got Twitter probably a month ago, and I asked my wife, "What's a hashtag? What did you find that?" Like, what do you find it? You know, so I just now figured it out.
Yeah, okay. You know, you've been here, you know, I mean, from high school, you know, I mean, you're coming back here. You know, have you started any traditions here?
We're going to start something. We're redoing the locker room, and we're going to put the jerseys up of all our players that played in played college football. Like there's some guys that came through Butler High School that nobody knows about. You know, so we're gonna try to get those guys up. You know, guys like Joe Brown and your Corey Salee, your Michael Browns, your Tay Kroom, your Frank Bentley. Those guys that have been through here that nobody knows about. So we're gonna start putting their jerseys up on the in our locker room up on the wall. We're starting that up this year. We're redoing the whole locker room.
There you go, showing love.
Coaching at PRP for 10 years, those names just went, oh.
Yes.
Yeah, those some dudes.
Yes.
I forgot about Tay. Golly.
Jeez, man. Okay, and are you superstitious or are you a routine guy?
I mean, I'm a routine guy. I like my gummy bears before the games. Like before each game, my wife probably bring me some gummy bears, and I was head coach previously, and we're gonna do that now. I like to have my headphones on going on the bus. I like to have my Tupac on, a couple of songs that I like. You know, so it's I've been doing that since college, so it's kind of my routine.
That's your routine.
So when you're on the bus, are your guys quiet, or they just kind of do what they do?
I'm old school. I need them quiet. I need them quiet in the locker room. I need them quiet on the bus. You know, so I want those guys to go ahead and focus in and just kind of you know visualize the game and just focus in and just go from there.
I love it, man. It's been a phenomenal episode, man. We try to keep the when we're here on location about 25, 30 minutes. But yeah, Coach, you got any last questions?
You know, I want to know how you feel. I don't want the stock answer. How do you feel coming back and being the head coach of the school you went to after leaving? I mean, I know the story.
Yes.
A lot of people don't.
Yes.
I mean, I know you didn't want to leave.
Yes, sir.
Things happen.
Yes.
Now you're back.
Yes.
What was that feeling when you walked in the door for the first time when you came back?
You know what? First of all, I really didn't think I was going to ever come back. You know, like I said, my wife was coaching college basketball. We had a young son, so she decided to come on back to Louisville. I mean, just coming back. I mean, it was awesome. I never thought I would be the head coach at Butler High School again. Like I didn't think I left the right way because it was a COVID year.
Yeah.
So I really didn't get a chance to see my seniors off and things like that. So I really felt grateful. I really felt special to get a chance to come back at the school where I went to high school at. You know, I actually just grateful they gave me a chance to come back and be the head coach again. So I really felt great.
2020. That was my daughter's senior year here.
Yes, that was a.
Did you have my daughter, Jenna Watson?
Yes, she was here.
Okay.
Wow.
She had Nance and
Yes, yep.
all you guys.
Chopper, you got any last comment or?
Not really. I'm just, man, I love doing this because I get to learn the history of places that I had no idea about, and just hearing your story and just learn about the history of Butler. Sheesh, I know we're the Bears, but I like the Bears here at Butler too.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Spencer County guy right here.
I'm not gonna lie. Listen, yeah.
Check this out. Look.
Here we go.
Spencer County is the best place to play a basketball game. My wife is a girls basketball coach here.
Oh.
And we went there last year and played Spencer County. I've never seen nothing like it. I mean, it was like pretty much sold out in the gym. We're leaving. We've changed clothes, and the band was still playing. I'm like, this is places where it's at. I never been to
county
Spencer
schools
County.
are different, man. They're different.
Yes, it was nice in there.
Yeah.
So-
I was gonna say it's just interesting for me because I get to come to these places that I haven't ever really been too much, and I'm like, man. Y'all's football field, I ain't gonna lie, I kind of like the look of it and everything. I'm like, this looks good out here. I'm
I always like the hedges.
Yes.
Yes. Mike Crawley had the hedges out there looking real good.
Oh, Mike.
And Larry Justice came in and he's continuing that, so the field looks really good.
Yes, it does.
Man.
Have you heard when you're getting turf?
Yes, we're supposed to get it next year.
Yes. Not the coming season,
Not
but
next
the
season,
following.
the following season. Yes,
Okay.
Yes, and Larry Coach Just got some great plans for that. So
I'm not gonna lie, this is a dirty word, but PRP's field looks really good.
It does look good.
It's really nice.
We played there this year, and I was like, wow, PRP looks good.
Shawnee's is really nice. I haven't seen Moore's yet. The finished product.
Yes, Moore's was good too, but PRP Stadium's one of the nicest.
That red, there's just something about that red.
Yes, it just
makes everything pop.
You know, with that red and the white, that's going to be right here.
Theirs is going to be similar.
It's going to be phenomenal, man.
I think us getting that field and that stadium is going to keep the kids in the community.
I wish you guys could keep the hedges, man. Get some fake hedges. You know what I'm saying? That's just, That's just to me. That's
it's beautiful
football.
It is.
Yes.
It's like Georgia. You come play between the hedges.
Yep.
I mean, it's just that look for some. It just makes it look so much better.
Yeah, I was here.
That's what you need to do. Tell Coach Just that y'all need to get some fake hedges, man. At least on the ends, you know, and curl around the end zone. I think that's a great look.
I'm gonna talk to him about that.
Let's go, man. Hey, phenomenal episode. We are here at Butler Traditional High School, spotlighting Coach G. Phenomenal, man. Phenomenal. We enjoyed our time. But
What'd I tell you?
Thank you very much for coming on, though.
I told him when you got the job back, he said, what about Butler? He said, well, we didn't get with him last year. I said, I'm going to get with G. We're going to go to Butler.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was really.
He literally, I texted him, and like 5 seconds later, he texted me back and said, absolutely, come on.
I was excited. I mean, we need you guys. Like, we need you guys here for the school, for the program. Like anytime you guys want to come by, we'd love to have you guys back anytime.
And there you go. Like we always say, everyone has a story.
We're here for them to tell it.
Plates to Whistle podcast.